Hey, I'm Savannah, and this week I'm in Portugal. It's been about a year since I last shortboarded, and so Lisbon Surf Camp invited me out to get some private surf coaching for a week. I showed up not feeling super confident at all, so come along and let's see if I can get back comfortable and confident on a shortboard again. I'm going to share my surf journey, my experience getting surf coaching, going on excursions. There might be an opportunity to go back or even host my own surf camp here, so let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you would be interested in joining me at some point. Are so tiny. At least there's something, right? Here we go. Here's some little surfers. Killing it. Oh, get it. I will say, if you're scared of waves, this looks like a really good place to learn because you can stand out there and then the waves are really small. So you can get pushed in, try to catch them, and it's like no big deal. But if I was learning, this would be like the perfect spot to learn. We just got like some rotisserie chicken and sausage for €7 at the grocery store. That was actually really good.
The US could never.
The US could never. Sterling will get that reference. I had a meeting with the surf camp. I get some private surf coaching lessons that Nando can come to. They're gonna take us up north to where there's good waves. I'm gonna try to shortboard even though I haven't been shortboarding. There's going to be a video analysis session and all of that. So I'm super excited about the surfing. We also are able to just take out rentals anytime and take yoga classes.
You're done with that?
Yeah. So those are the things I'm super excited for. You don't have anything to add? Bom dia. We just went for a little walk to the castle down the beach and did a little wave check. The waves look so bad. We have been told it's better at mid-tide to surf. So we're going back to the hostel. We are gonna go out for a surf lesson later with Alfonso, which I'm really excited about, but that's not till afternoon. So, Mondo, how are you liking this part of Lisbon so far?
It's a lot better.
Carcavelos? Do you like it a lot better?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's not a big city. And there's a beach.
When we flew in, we stayed in Lisbon, like the city center, for a couple days. It wasn't very fun. So this is really nice to be able to stay on the coast more. After our walk, we headed back to the hostel and met Afonso, our surf coach. He was so sweet and told us we'd be going up north to Ericeira. They had hella surfboards for beginner to intermediate surfers, and I ended up finding this really great shortboard that I used for the week. I will say though, Nando, my boyfriend, told me he wished there would have been a better board selection for his level and that he'd probably bring his own boards next time he came. We drove about 45 minutes north and then I paddled out with Afonso for my first private session. He asked me straight away what I wanted to work on and I told him I wanted to feel more confident on a shortboard again. He evaluated my surfing from the water, quickly told me I looked like a longboarder because I wasn't bending my knees enough. He asked really helpful questions like, is this a good spot to sit in? And if I said no, he'd ask why we were sitting there, and then we paddled to a better spot. It was also really great feedback to hear and to be able to apply right away in the water. As you can see, I ended up catching one really fun longer wave at the end. He told me to always stay near the whitewash and cut back, bend my knees and compress to gain speed, and I kind of was able to apply that at the end of my session and I got a really good wave because of it. It's super early now and we're going for a sunrise surf. I'm exhausted, to be honest, and then I have an interview at the surf hostel after. It's gonna be a long day. I'm super tired already. Wish me luck. Day 2 of the surf coaching. Nando and I paddled out and Afonso ended up filming our session. I was on the struggle bus this day, I'm not gonna lie. I was just having the hardest time figuring out where to put my feet on the board. Whenever I popped up, I just felt they were in the wrong place, and then I just feel like I couldn't really do anything on my board, so that was really frustrating. So I feel like I didn't even get a good wave, but Nando got some good ones. He ended up catching some really fun lefts and rights, which was really fun to see. I think he wished he had a slightly smaller board, but looking back at the footage, I'm like, I wish I could surf like that. Now I have an interview upstairs, which I'm a little nervous about, but I think it'll be fine. I'm just answering like a few questions about my experience here. We rented a car to go to Sintra. We went for like a sunrise surf this morning, and then we both wanted to rent a car, so we kind of took a nap, and then now we have a car. Say hi.
Hi vlog. Hi YouTube.
So we're off. Nice sunglasses.
Brat summer. Is that a thing that people are saying?
Yeah, but I don't listen to her music. Guys, we made it in one piece. Felt like a video car game.
A car video game?
Whatever, car video game. My brain doesn't work. It's freaking gorgeous up here. But also like we're going surfing in Ericeira, and I really hope today's better because yesterday was so terrible. Not a great session. That's okay. We try again. The next day, I actually felt like my confidence for catching waves was better. I was still having an issue with putting my feet and finding the right spot on my board, which made riding the waves a little bit harder, but I did see some progress from the day before, which was really rewarding. So the surf was like a little bit better than yesterday. I was getting into more waves, but like whenever I popped up, my feet were super close together and I couldn't really do anything on the wave, but it was a lot better. Gonna go out one more time tomorrow. We are gonna go do a hike in the natural park here. Someone at the hostel was saying is their favorite place in Portugal. We're gonna go do that, and then tonight I have a video analysis session with Afonso. We have both been very excited to do this hike since we got here, so. Pretty. You know, do I like these kinds of hikes though? When they're going to something. I have one more surf lesson tomorrow, and then we leave on Saturday. I'm so grateful for this trip. I've learned so much. It's insane. I need to write it down so that I don't forget. But my coach Afonso has been amazing. It's so funny because it really seems like Portuguese coaches, they just like, they don't take any bullshit. If I give him an excuse of like why I didn't catch a wave or something, he says like, nope, no excuses. Today I was like, I kept complaining about like the fact that I didn't know where to put my feet on the board, and then he was like, just cut them off. What does that even mean? He's been like very cutthroat, which I haven't really ever had coaching like that, so it's been an interesting experience. This trip has felt like so long, yet so short at the same time. Like I wish we were here for longer, of course. I'm grateful for the time we got here. So I'm grateful that Nando could come and we got to spend this trip and this time together. So this is probably one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever been to. This is one of the things that we wanted to do for so long. So I'm so glad we finally got to do it. It's so nice here. About having 6 a.m. surf sessions was that we had the rest of the day to explore Portugal, so that was really nice. Later that night we had a video analysis session with Afonso. It was really nice because we could actually see what we were doing on waves and then apply them to our next surf. he had a terrible surf my last session, so I guess I'm gonna just have to come back soon. But the waves started picking up when we were paddling out, and I just got completely pulled down the beach, and I felt like my paddle strength just was not where it was at the previous few days. So wasn't the best surf. I did catch 2 waves, and one of them did feel really good, but I was just kind of frustrated and ended up coming out a little bit early because I was so tired from paddling. We're at a secret surf spot that my surf coach showed us. This over here is where we were gonna surf. There's a little guy out there. If there's a lot of like locals out, apparently you will get yelled at, so that was kind of intimidating. Look how cute he is. Anyway, I just thought I would have a better surf session with the other one. It's so cold. I had my last surf session this morning with Afonso, my surf coach. It was honestly about what I was expecting it to be. I only caught like a wave and a half, and Nando and like some of his friends call days when you're just paddling the whole time, training sessions. That's what it felt like because the waves were bigger, and see, I'm like out of breath right now. I'm like super tired. So the one wave that I did catch was actually really fun. Everything he taught me was so good, but I feel like I need to like log it so I don't forget it. His biggest thing he's been telling me is stay by the whitewash, bend your knees, because then I get more speed, more weight on my front foot, and use my arms. He's a very tough coach, and like I feel like Americans, and I even do this, like, you're doing so great, I think we could do this better, but like, good job. Positive reinforcement, that's what it's called. He is very just cutthroat. I have said many things and he's like, those are just excuses. Anyway, he said that my one wave was good because I cut back and was bending my knees more and putting more weight on my front foot. So that was kind of nice to hear. But other than that, it was kind of rough because I didn't catch many waves. I'm really, really tired, really cold. It's been kind of a crazy week here. Did you get some cool shots?
Maybe. Huh.
I'm recapping my morning.
I didn't get any of the waves.
Nando was filming, but we like paddled out at the beginning. I was just caught on the inside the whole time trying to get past the break. And while I was doing that, it was probably like 10 minutes I was doing that for, I was just getting pulled down the beach like this. And he thought we paddled out to the right, so that's okay. You got a Santa Cruz shirt in Portugal. Found my surf skate. Now that it's been a few weeks since I've gotten back, I've had time to reflect on the camp and everything. My surfing has gotten so much better. Like, I feel so comfortable on a shortboard again. I'm not where I was at when I was in Hawaii and shortboarding, but I definitely got my confidence back up in the water. The first day I was out there, he was literally pushing me into waves. And now whenever I'm trying to get into a wave, I just think about him pushing me just so I get that like extra paddle and power into waves. His coaching style definitely worked for me. I did ballet growing up and I was always getting corrections every single class, hearing the same things over and over. And it wasn't like, you're doing so good. It was like, no, suck up your tummy. You need to do this. You're doing this. Like, it's just very blunt coaching. And I honestly think that that coaching worked really well for me. There's definitely other coaches there and I didn't get the experience to work with them, but I do know people who went out in the morning and got beginner surf lessons wasn't as intensive. So I might have an opportunity to host my own surf camp there. Let me know if you'd be interested in doing a surf camp there with me, where I would create it. I would be there. The prices are relatively cheap if you stay at the hostel, or they have like separate coaching lessons and yoga and everything. I will say, I honestly don't know if I would want to stay at the hostel again. I don't know if it was because it was busy season or whatnot, but the room we were put in just had like no room, and the fridge was like insanely crazy. Like, we lost / I don't know if like people stole some of our food while we were there, but if you're down to meet a bunch of people, like party, I really wanted to just like improve my surfing. That's why I was there. I really do think that this camp would be perfect for beginner surfers and then people my level. Nando definitely really benefited from lessons too. The one thing is that he wished he had his own board. I've already had a few people like reach out to me on Instagram, and then like even a few of my friends that live in Europe. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, and I really hope that I can start doing more surf trips and incorporate you guys, I know surfing can be so expensive, so like my goal is to make prices and costs more accessible to everyone because I don't have money. So anyway, I'll see you next time.